Okay,
Let's get it.
we're recording.
And if you can just mute yourself, if you're popping on. Sorry for the technical difficulties, you guys. Excuse me. From last week, I was signed in as Ashley, and I totally need to get that changed. So I am so pumped tonight because this topic is so like close to the heart because I just got done with a 5-day group this past week. So I'm all fired up about it. So really, really pumped to get ready to take some good notes. So first of all, those of you who maybe don't know what a 5-day group is because you may not have started in your journey with Beachbody in a free group, you may have just jumped right in. I actually started with a 5-day group. I thought it was the coolest thing ever because I love the community and I loved the free meal plans. So basically what a 5-day group is, it is one full week of free meal plans that you don't have to come up with, you guys. We have all of the content for you. I actually looked in the Coach Family page. There used to be a ton of 5-day free group meal plans, grocery list, all of that. They're actually not there anymore since we switched over to this Coach Family page. So I have a ton. I know Ashley has some. So if you want the meal plans, the grocery list, there are so many available. Just let us know and we can send you the Google Drive for them. I saved a bunch a long time ago. And there are so many different themes that you can do with the, Oh, we can get it from Fearlessly Fit. Okay, so just kidding. Go to Fearlessly Fit. I thought that group was archived. My bad. So go to Fearlessly Fit, not the Coach Family page, Fearlessly Fit. And if you go to the files section or the units, just look around. There's so much content for you. I wondered why there wasn't a lot of stuff in there. That makes sense. But anyways, so basically the free groups are a week for you to show people, like showcase what our accountability groups are like, okay? So you don't have to put the work into the meal plans or the grocery list. You just have to show up, you guys. And that's gonna be your biggest job in those 5 days, is to be a coach. And yes, it takes work. It's gonna be a really long week of investing every single day in those people that you may or may not get a challenge pack purchase from. But you know what? That's not what we do. We're not here to, just get a sale out of someone. We're here to connect with people. We're here to build relationships. We're here to show them what's available through what we offer. So when you take on a 5-day group like this, you have to have that mindset, because it can be really frustrating if you go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to do this 5-day group and I'm going to get all these people to sign up with me. Most of the time when you do a 5-day group, you will see the benefits and the rewards from that months later. I have done several 5-day groups. This was the first one I've done in a very long time. I started out doing them every single month along with challenge groups, and that is how I built my Facebook page. That is how other people found out about me. That's how I built a lot of my connections, and people really understood what it is that we do, because it is a foreign thing. When I joined, I had no idea what these groups were like. So it's really, really important to show them the community aspect of this, okay? So your hard work is going to pay off. You have to know that even if you don't see it in that month that you do your free group, it will eventually pay off, okay? So all the guides are there for you. There's even templates of what you put in your post, okay? So you literally copy and paste. So you don't have to worry about that part. But like I said, you do need to be plugged in every single day. So you schedule out your free group, you show up, you encourage, and I personally, I put a lot of time every single day. Like I literally go through and I comment on every single person's post every day, just to know that I saw their comment, because you guys, when these people are coming to us, they are taking on a one full they're coming from a background of drinking sodas every day, eating junk food, eating out. Like, it's a big deal for them to trust you to give them meal plans and follow them and buy the groceries and do all the things so that they can get results. So if they're taking the time and giving that investment of their time, I think as coaches, like, they deserve that for us to give them a comment and say, awesome job, you know, whatever you want to say, just knowing, like, I see your comment, I know you checked in for the day. Okay. Another thing that I also do is videos every single day of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I don't make them long, you guys. 5 minutes. 5-minute videos to pop in and say, it's Monday, you guys. You're doing amazing already. You are off to a great start. You are going to be so proud of yourself when you get to Friday and you look back on all the amazing choices that you made and your body is feeling so much more refreshed and energized. So every single day I have a short little video to encourage them or to give them part of my story. So if you're taking notes and you want to kind of know what I do every day, the first day is I go over all of the clean eating guidelines, just a little snippet of it. So I talk about how this week you're going to be drinking half of your body weight. This group is a positive group. And, you know, obviously we're just going to support each other. We're going to encourage each other's comments. And we're going to be eating every 2 to 3 hours if we can, and working out if you can. For fun, it's not a requirement. Nutrition is the biggest thing because that's a huge part of, you know, their journey for that week. So, and I go over kind of the logistics of commenting under each post, because it's just like our challenge groups. Every day there's a post and they post underneath that. So like, instead of, you know, in our challenge groups, we have a weekly post. For the 5-day groups, it's literally every single day they have a check-in. So they have to tell, did they follow the meal plan? Did they drink their water? All of that. And all that's in the guidelines, okay? But I go over, you know, find the post for the day, comment under that post so we can keep it all together. So that's kind of Monday's video that I do. Tuesday, I talk about taking small steps, and I also talk about headaches and bloating, because you will notice with your challengers that people are detoxing their body. So they're starting to feel all the headaches, bloating from all the water they're drinking. And you'll see comments in the group, oh my gosh, you guys, my head's hurting. And you want to address that. You want to say, this is completely normal. It'll go away by day 3. And all of these small steps that you're taking are gonna end up with big results by the end of the week, okay? And I also tell my story on Tuesday. Cracker Barrel food and fried chicken, and sweet tea and desserts, and how like my body could not handle it anymore and my stomach was so messed up. And so I talk about food as fuel. That is like my day 2 video. And I like to share a little bit of my personal journey, because people want to relate to you. They don't just want to see you as this high and mighty coach, like up on a pedestal who has everything together and you have no more weight to lose. Like, they want to know you are struggling, or you have struggled. You've been there. You know what it's like to barely make it home from Cracker Barrel because your stomach is so upset from digestive problems because you're feeding yourself crap every day. That was me. When I tell those stories, like, they can relate. So you want your challengers to pull from your story. It's all about emotion, right? Just like in your post, you guys, when you're posting, you don't just want to show your sweaty selfie like we've talked about. You want to be able to talk about how you felt and how you feel after you have, you know, being part of Beachbody and changing your life through health and nutrition has made you a better person. So I always do that on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, I do like a shout out. So I will pick 2 or 3 people from the group who I have just noticed, like, not only are they checking in every day and I don't have to tag their name, but they're also encouraging other people in the group just like with our challenge groups, you notice those same people over and over again who comment and are so involved. So I'll shout them out and I'll be like, I noticed Angie today. She was so encouraging. I loved her comment about yada, yada, yada. And I'm very specific so that they know, like, I'm paying attention to what they're doing in the group. On Thursdays, I usually talk about, this is when I really try to hone in on the next 30-day challenge group coming up. Okay. So on Thursday, I'll talk about what's made your week successful. Probably the accountability in this group. Yes, you got free meal plans, but think about all of the accountability you knew that you had here. And I relate that to the challenge group and how that will be coming up if they want to reserve their spot. And I also tell my story about binge eating and how because I didn't have an accountability group, that affected my own journey. Even though I had weight loss, I wished I would have had a group to plug into. So whatever you can plug in to these small videos throughout the week, 5 minutes, you guys, that's it. No longer. Don't make it long. People don't want to watch that forever, okay? Whatever you can plug in, it will mean so much to them. And at the end of the week on Fridays, I always congratulate them and I go over what they need to do for their pictures on Saturday. And a lot of times, instead of doing a normal check-in post on Fridays, I will say, what from this week has been the game changer for you? And they all share. And this past week, you guys, a lot of them said your videos. I loved your videos. They were so encouraging. A lot of them said the meal plans too. But they mean a lot. The videos really do. Plus, it gets you out of your comfort zone and it prepares you for running your own challenge group. So a few things that I want to say about the 5-day groups. The first one, I would really, really, really encourage you guys, if you are wanting to do this, the time frame that you need to schedule out a 5-day group is going to be that last week before your prep week starts for your big 30-day group. Why? Because you want people to automatically funnel into your 30-day challenge group. You don't want to give them any time to wait to, think about doing anything on their own. You really want them to be able to just keep that momentum going and have that available right away. So you can say, you want to continue, our group is starting next week. So my group was a little bit earlier, like it was the 16th through the 20th. So they actually have this week, and then next week will be prep week. So it's leading right into it. So if you can do it closer to the end of the month, like it just the time frame is a little bit better. The other thing that I would highly recommend, and you guys probably aren't going to like this, but you need to do them on your own. And I say that because, for one, the requirement for the group is that they send in before pictures. Just like, with our challenge groups, we're kind of lenient with that. But the whole thing about this group is, yes, you're giving meal plans, but you're also giving accountability. You are spending your whole week invested in this group. And that's what people really want who are serious about their health and fitness, right? So if in the 5-day group, I just lost my train of thought, you guys. So in the 5-day group, doing it on your own. So when you're doing it on your own, it's a lot easier when they send in your pictures. If you have 3 coaches running the group, it really runs into a lot of which email do I send it to? To me, it's just easier. And the biggest reason that you need to run them on your own is because there is so much power in you owning your business. Because when people come to your page, they want you. They want your expertise. They want to know what your groups are all about. They want to know what you're going to be like as a coach. And it really pushes you outside of your comfort zone to take on that leadership. And it gives you confidence, you guys. It just really gives you confidence. So it doesn't matter if you have 5 people or 30 people or 300 people. I think it's important that you do them on your own. You can start with a Google form. That's what I always do when I first I do a Google form. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to your coach. They're super simple, you guys. But the Google forms, they will fill that out, and it's basically a questionnaire of what their health and fitness goals are. And that is so important because you use that as a tool to talk to them after the group is over and they still have goals that they want to reach. Okay. Yes, application. That's a good word for it, Ashley. So they're going to fill out the form. And once they turn the form into you, you are going to put them in the group, and that's where their, expectations will be. And then they have to send you before pictures. And this is the hardest part for everybody, but I promise you, if they are serious about being in a group with you and they really want to be held accountable and they're not just in the group for free meals, they'll send you before pictures. Okay. It is okay to remove people from the group who aren't serious about what you're serious about. You're serious about helping people with health and fitness goals, right? That's what we're serious about. If they're just in there to get free meals and they really don't care, they don't need to be in there, okay? And I was very, very upfront about this in all of my groups I have been, but this past time I really was, like in my welcome my welcome video, I just talked about, I was very frank about it. I just said, look, you guys, I put a lot of hard work into these groups, and that's my goal as a coach, is to help get you results. I'm not here to give you free meal plans. I'm here to help you and give you accountability. So that's what these before pictures are for. I want to see that you're in this. I want to see that you want this for your health and fitness journey. And sometimes I don't even look at them, you guys. Like, I don't even care. I just want to know, like, they're willing to do this. And plus they need to see results. I talk about that all the time. You have to see your results. The scale doesn't always show that, okay? So I talk about that in my welcome group and my welcome video, and you guys have to be confident in it. Don't be like scared and just be like, if you can, turn in your before pictures, like, be confident, okay? You're offering a service to them. You are a bad A coach, okay? And you are going to give them all the accountability in the world. So get those before pictures and make sure they know that. So filling out the form, they're going to send those before pictures. And then once they send those before pictures, then they're in the group and they just check in daily with you. If you have people who are dropping off throughout the week that you don't hear from and they're not checking in, I remove them, okay? And I say that throughout the whole week. I'm like, if you would like to come at a better time that's better for you, no problem. I will invite you back to the next group, but this is for people who are serious. So that is how I run my 5-day groups. I do have like I use Google Streak and spreadsheets to keep up with all my people. And I do want to tell you that you will have a lot of people, well, however many people you have, the people that say they're interested and the people that you end up with by day 5 is going to decrease drastically, okay? So let me just give you the numbers of how this works. For my free group this past week, I had 100 people fill out the application or the Google form, okay? Out of those 100, I had, well, let me go back. I had 100 comments. I had 100 people say they were interested. Out of those, I had like 75 fill out the form. Out of the 75, I think I added like 60 to the group. They actually clicked on the link to get into the group. Out of those 65, I removed about half of those. I think it was like 38. I had 38 in the group that actually sent in their before pictures and checked in every day. And by the end of the week, I still had 30-something people, okay? So that just gives you an idea of how it funnels down, because people are always going to be like, yeah, I'm in. And then they're like, oh, I can't do it this week because I'm going out of town, or they don't fill out the form, they don't fill out the before picture, or they give you their before pictures. So your goal in the 5-day group is to invite as many people as possible. You need to blast it from the mountaintops, okay? Because it's free. Who doesn't want free, right? So blast it, talk about how it's free, 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 free. All they have to do is commit. You have a grocery list, you have a meal plan. It's going to be easy for them if they just invest the time. So get as many people as possible so that you can have more prospects in that group. And find your passion with it, you guys. There are so many different themes you can do with the 5-day groups. I've done a fall themed crockpot group where they literally have crockpot recipes. You can do, there's so many different ones. This last one, I did quick eats for busy peeps. That's what I named it because it was really quick recipes. Who isn't busy, right? Like that appealed to a lot of people. You can do like a mason jar meal prep group if you wanted to. Like there's so many different ideas out there. I'm sure you can search for that. Yeah, taste tested, enjoy approved. I did that one time. That was all of my personal recipes, like my favorite go-tos. Dump the junk. Fake out, take out. That's a good one, you guys. So it's like all meals that are like takeout meals, but they're healthier versions. So you can promote it and have so much fun with it. And that's one thing that I want to end this call with is, you guys, if you can't tell, I'm a little excited tonight because I feel like we have seasons in our business where there's lows and there's highs, right? Just like anything in life, that's life. Same thing with your business. You are going to have times where you feel like you are on your A game and you are so passionate and there's so many people who are interested, and not even that, but you feel like you're helping people the most. You're going to feel like that at times in your business. And then there's going to be other times where you feel like, look, honestly, am I right, Ashley? You are going to feel like, I don't want to do any of this. I'm tired of people telling me no. I'm tired of people giving me the excuse that they don't have money, like they spend $200 on their iPhone. Like, you could just go off on all these things that are negatives, right? But when you find that funnel and that channel of energy that makes you the most happy, that is the most fun for you, that is your passion in this business, that is when this becomes fun. And on top of that, that is when you find your people who really want to work with you, you find your coaches, and you find that heartbeat, right? The heartbeat that you're helping people and you were made for this. And that's how I feel right now because of this free group, you guys. I used to love free groups. They are a ton of work, and I have steered away from them because I didn't want to do the work. But you guys, when you put the work into it, you build so many connections. And I can't tell you how many comments this past week that make me happy because I'm a foodie. My goal in coaching is not to hook somebody up with the best workout program and watch them lose weight. Like, that's not my goal as a coach. My goal as a coach is to show people you can eat some amazing, yummy food and love your life eating and still lose weight. That is what I love. I'm a complete foodie. I love the nutrition part, and I love hooking people up with recipes that just like blow their mind. And so when they see that in a 5-day group, and that may not be your passion, and that's okay. And that's what I'm telling you. You need to find your passion in this. If you're a workout queen and you're like, I want to like do this whole workout group where like they check in every day and we get on Zoom and we work out, or you want to like really, really promote like the performance line, or like whatever you want to do, that's what you need to do. You need to find your passion in this business, and whatever route or avenue that is, you need to take it. And it may go against the grain, you guys. I'm changing up a lot of things in my business right now because it's what I know I need to do. It's what I know I need to do to make my heart more passionate about this job. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you guys. You don't have to do the free group, exactly the way I might do it. You might add your own little flair to it. You might want to do a 5-day group on something completely different that somehow involves the accountability. I don't know. Like, you be creative. You come up with your thing and be creative with it and let it like spark that joy. Okay. Because for me, like, it's a group of like, I mean, literally, I had so many people that were just, oh my gosh, like, I'm so full and this is really good food. I cannot believe this. And I lost 3 pounds this week. You know, like, when they get to the end and they see those results, it's like a life-changing thing for them. And it was for me when I started out in a 5-day group. Like, loved I loved the community of it. I loved taking a picture of my groceries and like putting it on my Facebook page and making people like, what is she doing? You know, like, I loved that. And that's honestly how you get more eyes on your page as well, because there's challenges within that challenge guide that you get that's already there made for you. And it'll say, tag your coach, post this on your page, and they post it, and people know, like, Fit Foodie Joy, who's that girl? She's doing some group. I want to go check out her page. And you get more interest that way. Okay. Y'all, sorry, I'm like really winded tonight. So that is basically what the 5-day groups are all about. If you have questions, will you please put them in the comments? Do you post all meals up front? Oh, that's a good question, Ashley. Okay. I do not post all the meals up front because you don't want people to log into the group, get that whole list of meals, and run, because they're not going to check in with you if they have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday meals. So what you do, and this is all in the guide that you get that tells you exactly what days to post, but you will post the meal plan 2 days ahead of time. So the Saturday before, they're going to get Monday's meal plan. The Sunday before, they're going to get Tuesday's meal plan. So they literally have to stay in the group, and they have to be checking in with you daily to get the whole week's meal plan, right? Genius, right? They have to stick in there with you. So that is how the group is set up to keep them active, okay? And I will say, if you don't require the before pictures and you don't actually hold them accountable to the daily check-ins, you're not going to be as successful with the group of people that you have in the end, because you're going to have people who halfway did it and they didn't get results, and then they're just going to be like discouraged, or then they're going to say, oh, I didn't see results, and you might be discouraged. So you have to really do the tough stuff to get to the end result, okay? When do I start adding people into the group? As soon as I get it, like this past one, I started adding people in the Monday before that grocery list went out. So the Friday before the group starts is when the grocery list goes out. So I started adding people in that Monday because I wanted them to see my welcome post. I wanted them to read the guidelines. There's a whole guidelines that they can read that's all about the water and, you know, no artificial sugar, sweeteners, all that. So it gives them time to kind of prep their mind, get themselves ready for next week. Clean eating. Can I go get my groceries this weekend? Yep. Am I on vacation next week? Nope. Can I do it? Yep. Like, they got to get their mind clear, right? So a week, you know, the week of, right before, is a good time. Where do you get the guide? Did I miss this? We will send those to you, or actually, just kidding. It's in the Fearlessly Fit, Hannah, the Fearlessly Fit page. It's archived, but you can actually go in and still look at the content. So all the files and the units, there's all kinds of guides in there for you. Okay, does anybody else have questions about the 5-day group at all? About what it's about, or how to run it, or specific questions? And like I said, you guys, you cannot get discouraged by the amount of people that actually join your next 30-day group. I had, like I said, I had around 38 people left by the end of the week, and I had 3 people purchase a challenge pack. 3. Okay? And you know what? That's okay with me. I'm super pumped about that because I had a lot of other people that I know will come back because they had amazing results. They will go another 2 weeks without eating clean and they'll realize, oh, I really did need that accountability group. I need that again in my life. There's so many people that do that, you guys. They may not join you right after, but they're going to come back, okay? Because they realize I can't do it on my own, okay? So your investment, it's an investment. It's for the future, and it's for those connections because they're going to remember how you were that week. They're going to remember your support, your encouragement, your story. They're going to connect with you emotionally. And you know what? They're going to tell other people too. They're going to be like, that week was so good. You should check out her page. That's happened to me a lot too. Yes, Nikki's my girl. She said, I'm living proof that they will come back. Nikki waited forever to join me, you guys. She did, how many groups did you do? How many 5-day groups? So Nikki did 5 free groups with me, you guys, and look at her now. She is a coach and she's helping other people. I didn't give up on her. Okay, you can't give up on people. I love you, Nikki. So just remember, don't get frustrated with people if they keep coming back and saying like, hey, can I do your free group? Hey, can I do your free group again? Hey, can I do your free group again? Yes, ma'am, you sure can. And you welcome them with open arms and you bring them on and you love them through it and you help them because they'll come back.
I wanted to share too, I also was like Nikki with my coach, and she ran one. The first one I did was like 6 months before I signed up. Like I had done 5 or 6 different free clean eating groups because every single time I was like, I'm not paying for that. I would always get the information and I'd be like, I'm not paying $160. I'm not doing it. I can do this on my own. Like it's easy. You just follow this meal plan and I'm going to put it together. And then literally you finish the 5-day group and you don't make a meal plan for the next week. Like that's what all those people are going to do. So they are going to come back. So being consistent with them and offering it again the next month, is really big because those people will come back, and then you just keep having conversations. You build those connections with them and you say, hey, like what's bringing you back this month? Like, how did it go in the last group? What are you looking forward to in this group, to see what you can help them with specifically. And most likely they're going to say like, well, I fell off the wagon in between and I need this accountability again. So then you know those are the people that are going to eventually join your boot camp. They're going to eventually get a challenge pack. It just takes some of us a little bit longer than others. So don't get discouraged even if you run a group and you get 0 people. I have done that so many times where I've run a free group. And in fact, that's why I stopped running them, because I wasn't getting anybody from them. And I definitely should not have stopped because I'm even proof of that. But like Joy said, it takes a lot of time. So if you put a lot of time into the group and you're not seeing that outcome right away, it can be discouraging. But just like everything else in coaching, what you do this month is going to pay off 2 or 3 months from now. So just keeping that consistency, keep showing up, keep doing the things that you're doing, put in the time and the effort and the support into all these people that are going to want to, because the second you post that you're doing something for free, everybody's going to jump on it. They're all going to want it. Your friends, your family, reach out to your friends and family and ask them. I asked my cousins if they wanted to do it, and reach out to people you work with and say, hey, I'm running this free group. I'm giving a free meal plan with some accountability. Like, do you want to do that with me? And everybody's going to want to.
And one other thing, or 2 other things that I just thought of, is allow yourself enough time to promote it. Don't just put up one post and then just be like, oh, I only have 5 people interested. You have to promote it for at least 2 to 3 weeks, you guys. That's why you have to plan these things ahead of time. If you're going to do a free group for October, you should already be promoting it right now. You need to give yourself 3 weeks in advance, really put that time and energy and effort into it. And the other thing I wanted to say is no matter if they are in that group and they like dropped out and didn't send their before pictures or whatever, guess what? Right now, I have over 100 people who are interested in the 5-day group that I'm going to be checking up on a lot. Like tomorrow, I'm following up with all of them and I'm going to say, hey girl, I really missed you in our 5-day group. I know you're interested. It just didn't work out, but I have a 30-day group coming up, and I have that whole list that I can go out. So y'all are awesome. If you have any questions about this call or anything that you think of, let us know. We love y'all, and I hope this was amazing for you. Let me know if it was. I hope you guys have a great night. Picture? You get it? Yay! Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.